Hi everyone, welcome back to our second video, Developing Good Phatic Communication Skills. In this video, we will discuss how you can develop a good phatic communication skill, and also we will cover the significance of phatic communication. After you finish watching this video, you should be able to understand how to apply phatic communication in your workplace and career. Phatic Communication Part 2, Developing Phatic Communication Skills. First, you need to understand the basic nonverbal communication methods and also be able to engage your audience with topics that you both can relate to. And also be confident and comfortable while speaking and make sure you can keep the conversation going. Sometimes it's called small talk. So, phatic communication and emails. We're also going to have an exercise after this video that's going to work on proper and improper phatic communication and emails. Communication certainly includes forms of salutation and proper and polite greetings or politeness. You can also use these communication methods to communicate and build up a relationship with coworkers or business partners. It makes nonverbal communication easier and more respectful. And it can bring more ideas and opportunities to the table. Essentially, using phatic communication in emails is really important. A lot of us have seen emails that have been really blunt and potentially rude or off-putting that we've gotten from our coworkers, our friends, or our bosses even. By using a simple phrase of, "Hi, how's it going? Can you get this done for me?" Using phatic communication can definitely help create a connection with whoever you're trying to connect with. So, our significance of phatic communication. We're going to explain how phatic communication improves relationships with employers and coworkers. Phatic communication helps people share ideas and feelings. It helps build a better relationship among business partners, coworkers, or sometimes even strangers. And it improves interpersonal relationship. As a personal skill, our bottom point here on the slide, phatic communication does everything previously mentioned along with the ability to diffuse silence in a polite manner. So, small talk, is it really all that big of a deal? Well, kind of. So, small talk is the oil that keeps the machinery of interpersonal relationships running smoothly. And that quote is by our very own
Bronislaw Malinowski.
And small talk also creates a tie between a union with mere exchange of words. It allows people to communicate and exchange thoughts that serve to create a working relationship among people. So let's look at some examples of phatic communication. On the left, you'll see without, and on the right, you'll see with. How's it going? Nice weather we're having. What are you doing? I need this done now. And then you can change it up a little bit with some phatic communication. What's potentially frustrating you today? Anything holding you back that I can help with? Are you doing anything fun after work? What we're trying to do essentially is bridge that gap between being polite and asking for something that you potentially need done in a business setting, and also trying to say, hey, as a person, I'm still thinking about connecting with you on a level that is important for me to be able to get my work done. So, main functions of phatic communication. With phatic communication, you exhibit deeper meaning and greater detail during interaction. Without phatic communication, it's hard for us to express our social distance we may want to maintain with others. Just like we experienced in our first video about how sometimes people can overshare. For example, when wanting to show good phatic communication, a question along the lines of, "What's frustrating you today?" could signal a more personalized message as opposed to, "How's it going?" So why is phatic communication important? Well, phatic communication is spontaneous and in some circumstances results in pleasant encounters. Phatic communication has sociological and logistics functions. Primarily, it serves to prolong and continue nonverbal communication. This is why it's important. when are we going to use Phatic communication? Well, during the various everyday genre of greeting and expressing intonations, all kinds of wishes and farewells, while providing information about health, business, and so forth to create a good relationship with coworkers and future employees or employers, and also in our basic everyday communication with anyone we meet. So, developing Phatic communication. There's 4 important ways you can improve your small talk skills. And always keep in mind, you have to over-communicate to communicate. So learn the basic nonverbal communication methods. Engage the audience in discussion. Start and end with key points, and get comfortable speaking extemporaneously. What should we avoid during Phatic communication? Well, narrow topics, usually yes or no answers. Offensive jokes. Not everyone's going to have the same sense of humor, so let's be careful. Age and appearance-related comments. The Old Faithful, oh, you look tired today. Probably not the best one to use. Talk about your passions or feelings. Sometimes something that we're passionate about, someone else might really not be all that interested in. And then not close the conversation. Sometimes it's really awkward and uncomfortable when the conversation just never ends and there's no form of closure. So, in review, Phatic communication is the best source of conversation between coworkers. Phatic communication in the workplace breaks down barriers related to age, sex, social status, and power differentials. Starting and ending with key points improves Phatic communication. Phatic communication plays a huge role in starting a conversation and developing a good relationship. Hopefully this short video has better enabled you to be more successful in using Phatic communication and in our email exercise that's coming up next.